Late August in the far north is game time for black bears as they store up energy for their long winter slumber. While much of North America is still experiencing summertime temperatures, northern Manitoba is knocking on fall's door. And that's a great time for hunting black bear and experiencing an open canvas waiting to be painted with adventure.
My name's Kolby Morehead. We're in Manitoba, Canada. This is my first bear hunt ever. And yeah, it's about 55 degrees and I've already seen a few bears, so pretty exciting. What's intriguing about bear hunting to me is that I'm from Texas in the far south and there's nothing there, so it's somewhat of it is unknown. It's kind of a mysterious thing. All right, man, well, let's go get a bear. This is the first day of our hunt and we're about to go out to the stand. Up in Canada for their headquarters as well.
There's more.
That looks fantastic.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Well, this might be too much already. All right, it's day one. Cory just dropped us off at the side. Looks like there's been a lot of activity. Looks like they're really hitting the baits and there's trails from every direction, so we're not sure exactly where a bear would come from, other than everywhere. First bear from the tree. Just chomping away.
Both of these bears were males and would be target animals in many places. We were here on a mission to harvest an older age class boar with some good fall weight on him. Kolby didn't have any trouble passing these bears even though they were the first two he'd ever seen from a tree. The region where all-terrain bear hunts has some dandies. After watching these bears for 45 minutes, they ran off and a larger boar arrived. He had a broad head, big feet, and was notably heavier than the other two. Kolby decided that this one was what he'd come here for. The bear didn't like sharing the spot and he kept running off intruders.
Let's wait and see.
Finally, the bear came back and we thought he'd offer a shot. Note the crease in his head, thick legs, sagging belly, and large front shoulders.
Oh, I hit that. I hit far back. I hit a little far back. It was in the middle, but just hope that we got something to make it quick. So, just waiting for Cory to get back up here and we'll go check and see. And go down and look at the arrow and it's part of hunting. See what the tail is. Always gonna be a bad shot at some point. I've beat myself up enough about the shot, so I think I'll just be optimistic from here on.
That's what I thought you wouldn't sleep last night.
Yeah, I slept all right, but then I woke up this morning and it was like, you're not going back to sleep.
No.
I mean, killing a bear, your first bear, I think, recovering it just changes your whole world, right?
Well, it should.
It has been my experience and the experience of countless bear experts that a bear hit too far back will expire within 250 yards of the shot if it's not pushed. The bear didn't leave much blood. Most of what we were tracking was rubbed on trees, but we recovered this bear fairly easily the next morning within 200 yards of the bait.
How long did it take us to track him? It was what, 30 minutes?
45, 40.
40 minutes?
Didn't take us long.
Well, it's the next morning. Cory came in to pick us up and we decided to leave the bear overnight. Tracked it this morning, about 200 yards from the bait.
And we're gonna harvest the fat off of this bear. Bear fat used to be a highly valued commodity back in the day. It can be rendered down into oil that can be used for fuel for burning lamps. It can be used for cooking. It's used in pastries. It can be used to preserve leather. It can be used to forecast the weather. So there's lots of folklore that's around bear fat. We're gonna harvest the fillets, the big back fat and rump fat off of this bear. There we go. First walleye on this little guy. That is my first walleye though. So this is probably less than an hour of fishing, about 300 yards from Cory's camp. These are some fine walleyes, some of the best eating fish of the north. Look at those guys. Kolby killed his 350-pound plus bear on the first day. Now it would be my turn to hunt. But one of the best parts of northern bear camp is camp itself. At all-terrain bear hunts, we were very comfortable, very well fed, warm and dry. And we ate pierogies. Have you ever heard of a pierogi? Man, I could have foundered on them. It's August 28th, 2018. Manitoba is a fantastic place to hunt bears in the fall. I mean, it's a different world than spring bear hunting. We're hunting some really big bears. This is my first day to hunt, but we're on the ground with traditional archery equipment. It's always exciting when you're hunting with a trad bow. The limiting factors increase dramatically. I tell you what, this is an adventure hunt as well, like some of the ones we've done in the past. This is a boat-based hunt. We're staying at a remote lodge. It's a beautiful afternoon, and we're in for a good evening of hunting. This was a tough bear to pass, but knowing the history of this area, it helped me restrain myself. However, what would walk in next would be even harder to pass. Call me crazy, but on the first day of my hunt, I elected to pass the color phase bear and was gonna hold out for a 400 or 500 pounder that we felt like was in the area. This older boar was extremely curious, unnervingly curious. Most bears came over and checked us out. We clearly weren't hidden well because of the orange, but this bear kept coming back and getting closer every time. I wasn't gonna take any chances. Hey, that's close enough. He's getting a little too curious. This decision I would reflect on for many months and to this day, because I left Manitoba without a bear. I hunted the remaining 3 evenings, saw multiple bears, multiple nice bears, but not what I was looking for. I came back from Manitoba without a bear, but with a good friend who'd killed his first, and it was all worth it. Check out our print magazine, Bear Hunting Magazine, and check out our new Bear Hunting Magazine podcast.